Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to show off some movies that I got from a friend of mine. He gave me a whole bunch of DVDs years ago. I'm not even going to try to put a time on it, but it's been a few years. And some of those DVDs I still have in my collection because they don't have Blu-rays. Well, he gave me a little stack of Blu-ray movies this time. And there's some stuff in here I've never seen and some stuff that I've been excited to add to the collection. And I also hit up a thrift store this weekend as well. So we're going to check out what I got there. It was just some DVDs, but there's some surprising things that I found for just pennies on a dollar. So why don't you guys stick around? Check out what we got this time. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff and welcome back to my channel, JOHNDOEJUGGALO. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like my daughter says, it's free and you can always change your mind later. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is where you're going to find me discussing my favorite things about movies and music, video games, and the physical medias that surround all of those types of mediums. So please sit back and relax and check out this next video. All right. So, yeah, it's always really fun when your friends know what you're into and they know your hobby and they want to, just kind of give you a little something to help feed that hobby. And they know that you'll appreciate getting it rather than them probably donating it. And then I'd probably turn right around and buy it from wherever they donated it from. So it's really nice when you get a friend that does that, for you. And I have a friend that has done that several times. So I got a trunk full of DVDs from him several years back. I still have some of those because, well, they never got Blu-ray movies, like Blu-ray releases. And I don't think he's really that big into collecting movies anymore. What he gave me this time are some Blu-ray discs. And I think for him, it's just he will pick up a movie here and there when he wants to just, have a little something sit on the shelf. Because these are, a couple of these are kind of common. Well, maybe one of them's common, at least around here. One of these are pretty common, and the other ones are not that common, but they might just be some of his favorites that he just wanted to have, or he just grabbed some up for a weekend without internet, something like that. Our internet around here goes out quite a bit, so some people will just go get a couple movies from the thrift shop for, a go. But we're going to start off with the classic. Now, this is a classic, and I do have this on an HD DVD, and I may have it on a steelbook, but I don't think I've opened the steelbook. This is the classic to me. I mean, it spawned a whole series, 4 sequels to it. One of them not even starring the main star, but I digress. We got The Bourne Identity. This was an entire spy espionage series, maybe in line with like a James Bond. But to me, it showed that Matt Damon could be a serious action star. I have always really enjoyed the Bourne Identity movies, so I'm glad to have this in an accessible way without needing internet to be able to watch it now. So, thanks, buddy. I never did ask him if he cared if I mentioned his name in a video or anything like that, so I'm not going to mention his name. I will just call him my buddy. The next one, now I've not seen this, but this is considered to be a classic. My dad absolutely loves it, so I'm glad to add the Blu-ray to the collection. And that's going to be Alita Battle Angel. And I believe I have a 3D disc of this, but I don't think I have a Blu-ray of it. I think I just have just a loose 3D disc. So I'll probably put that loose 3D disc inside this case. You know, it's got a lot of special features. It says over 2 hours of Blu-ray and DVD features. So I don't know how many special features are spread onto the DVD disc. I find that kind of odd that they would even like say anything about DVD special features nowadays, but they did. But I've heard nothing but really good things about this. I heard it's very action oriented and that the CGI is really good, like the computer animations and stuff. So I'm very excited to check that out. This next one is one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies, honestly. And I didn't realize until pretty recent that this was a live action based off of a Disney cartoon in a way. I didn't ever really catch that until I went to rewatch what it's based off of. But we have The Sorcerer's Apprentice with a really nice poppy slipcover. I dig it. Like it's debossed. So you guys know me. I love my Disney stuff. So I'm always happy to add more Disney things to the wall. And I do really dig this Nicolas Cage role. I do dig his role in this. And I really do enjoy Jay Baruchel. I think it might be how you say his name. I'm not very good at pronouncing names, but I just know him as Jay. He was in some of the Judd Apatow comedies back in the day. But I didn't realize that The Sorcerer's Apprentice was based off of the Mickey Mouse short in Fantasia. He was the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I didn't really put those together until I watched Fantasia a couple months back. I think that's pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome. But this comes loaded with some special features as well. You know, look at that Blu-ray disc just loaded. Heck, the DVD even has the making of The Sorcerer's Apprentice and deleted scenes. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing that it has the making of The Sorcerer's Apprentice on the Blu-ray. So there might actually be a special feature on this that's limited to the DVD. I will have to check it out because I am interested to see if they actually have special features like just on the DVD. It would be weird, wouldn't you think? I mean, I do. Now, I've seen this one out and about, not locally, but in just other places, and I have seen it on Whatnot. It's another Matt Damon film. I like Matt Damon, and I'm assuming that my buddy did too. But this is a slew of cast members. I mean, you got George Clooney, Bill Murray, John Goodman, Matt Damon, and Kate Blanchett. I don't really recognize the other names, but I'm starting to recognize the faces. But this last one he gave me was The Monuments Men. And I don't know. What's the runtime on this? About 2 hours. So it's probably right in line with about the length of a movie that I enjoy nowadays. I don't mind 3-hour movies. I'm just over them. I'd much rather get some 90-minute movies, some 2-hour movies, you know. You can tell a good story in 2 hours and cap it off and be done. But I've been wanting to see this. Like I said, I've seen it out and about a handful of times. And one of the reasons why I wanted to see it is because they have a handful of Blu-ray discs. This doesn't have a 4K. At least not yet. At least I don't think so. It probably doesn't. It's 20th Century Fox. So it probably doesn't have a 4K. Anyways, and it might get one. I'm not going to be one to say that Fox and Disney are not going to release 4Ks because they're kind of releasing some 4Ks of older catalog titles right now. As I'm sitting here filming this, we know that we're getting Tombstone. Maybe by the time you're watching this, we already have Tombstone. So they are doing stuff like that. But there are a handful of Blu-ray discs, and I'm not trying to collect them all, but there are some of them that are mastered in 4K. And some of the earlier ones would have that big blue banner plastered on the top. This one doesn't. I mean, it has the DVD Blu-ray, but it does have it on the back, mastered in 4K. So this probably doesn't have a 4K disc, but it is a Blu-ray disc mastered on 4K intermediate. So I'm actually very excited to check it out. I wouldn't say that I collect the mastered in 4K discs per se, but we all know that a Blu-ray disc mastered in 4K is better than just a standard Blu-ray disc, even if it's just slightly better. Now, I also hit up a thrift store when I had to go out of town for a doctor's appointment, and it was just one that I randomly hit from time to time. And I grabbed DVDs there. Now, before you judge me, I got kids, so that's why I decided to get these. I might sit down and watch these with them. I've never seen anything past the original, and the original was just like one that I watched when I was a kid, so I don't know. We got this one, and what attracted me to it was the blue DVD case. There's not a lot of blue DVD cases out there. At least I don't think. And it's Baby Geniuses 2, which is like called Super Babies, actually. I remember this coming out. I do. I've just never seen it. I don't have the original either, so I'm going to have to find that. But I think my youngest will have a really fun time watching these with me. I think he'll really dig them, and he gets comedy very well, so I think he'll have a really fun time with these. I don't remember anything about this. There's got to be a year on this, right? 2005. Yeah, I was way too old to be watching these in 2005. Just because, like, at that point I was almost about to graduate high school, you know. But I did remember this coming out. I just remember I kind of chuckled at it and was like, okay, Baby Geniuses 2. It was one of those things where they brought a sequel back so many years later. So they've been doing that forever, guys. They've been doing that forever. This next one I got because of this last one. That Baby Geniuses 2 is why I picked up this one. I've not heard of anything in this pack at all. And to be honest, they don't even look like they're probably great movies. But it's a 4-pack. And I don't really usually pick up 4-packs, but DVDs I will from time to time. Because it seems like a lot of DVDs that are in the 4-packs, they'll have 1 or 2 movies in the 4-packs that are stuck on DVD. These are probably all stuck. I mean, we got a Pauly Shore movie here, a movie called Soccer Mom, and then a movie called Alice Upside Down. And I'm not noticing any of the actors in pretty much any of these. But the 4th one is Baby Geniuses 3. Like, I didn't even know they made a 3rd one. I knew they made this 2nd one, but I had no idea they made a 3rd one. And they really didn't go as cheap as you would think they went with a 4-pack. They're actually all separate discs. So, like, the movies might be, like, complete, total butt, but I got this from a thrift shop for $1. So I paid, like, a 25 cents a movie. I mean, I probably won't watch... I might watch these 2. Pauly Shore, and then if my son ends up liking the second Baby Geniuses, we might watch this one. I don't think I'll ever mess with these 2. Unless somebody tells me down below that these 2 movies are actually worth watching. Alice Upside Down, the movie, and Soccer Mom. If they're worth watching, let me know, but I don't think I'm going to watch them. And then the last one that I got from the thrift shop, I got this strictly based on 2 of the actors on it. And it's a DVD with a slipcover. I picked it up because of two of the names on the front cover, and then I turn it around back, and I noticed somebody else in it, which is probably this other guy, the third guy that I don't know him by name, but I know him more by face. But we got this movie called A Little Help. I don't think this has a Blu-ray either. I think it's stuck on DVD. And either way, if it's not stuck on DVD and it does have a Blu-ray, I'll find out real quick if I want to upgrade it. I got it because it's got Jenna Fisher in it, and Chris O'Donnell, and I guess Rob Benedict. I didn't know who Rob Benedict was till I seen the back. Rob Benedict is this guy, and I've seen him in quite a bit of things. Now, of course, we know her from The Office. She got huge in The Office, and then this is Robin. Like, this is the only Robin we've got in a live action Batman movie. So this is Robin. You know what I'm saying? For $1, I wanted to check this out because I've never seen her in a movie except for in bit parts. That's all I've ever seen her in a movie. And this is like her lead role post The Office or during The Office kind of deal. So I'm excited to kind of check it out and see if she transitioned to the big screen well, you know? Now, if you guys have seen this one, let me know. Because like I said, this was one of those ones that I was kind of, excited to try out. It still has the Walmart sticker on there from October of 2011. So I just somehow missed this movie. I don't know. I somehow missed it, but I'm excited to check it out. It should have a Blu-ray though, if it's 2012, right? So maybe I need to look that up and do a little bit more research before. Hey, this video is just a video. It's just for me to tell you guys what I'm getting, right? What I've got, what I found. A lot of it is stuff I've never seen and things that I don't know much about. So why would I do a whole bunch of research on things I don't know much about, right? But this is the stack, guys. This is what we got this time. A friend and a thrift. I think that's a pretty good haul. There's some really weird stuff in here. Mostly the things that I bought are the weird things. And then I got some pretty cool things from my buddy. So I want to thank him. I don't know if he'll watch this. I don't know if he does watch the YouTube part. But I want to thank him for giving me the Blu-rays. They're going to go on the shelf. They're in a nice home. I still have the DVDs he gave me. Unless I upgraded them to Blu-ray, I may have got rid of them at that point. Mainly because I don't format stack. One that I know I got for sure from him was Half Baked on DVD, and I didn't get rid of it. I combined it with my Half Baked Blu-ray disc because it was a Kino Lorber, so I put them together. And that's part of, what I'm trying to do this year, which is curate, customize, and combined to try to squeeze my shelves down a little bit and, just find new ways to enjoy my collection. So anyways, like always, if you've made it to the end of the video, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I want to take a moment to thank my members because I really appreciate that they go above and beyond and just give me a little something extra to show their support. It's devoted support, and it really makes a guy feel great. But like always, that doesn't matter. That's not why I do it. That just helps encourage me. What does help and what keeps me wanting to make more stuff is that you're here right now, you're watching it, you're liking it, and we're conversating down below. I love to talk about the things that I love and the things that I like to collect and the things that I have. And I like to have those conversations with you guys. So make sure to leave those comments below, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, share this with your friends. And remember to always keep it physical.